You know, a lot of times when people audition you, it's a good thing because a lot of things that they don't know you're capable of doing, they see it in an audition. Like
that's a good point.
In 1920, they auditioned me and they had like certain this thing of the level of madness. But when they auditioned me, they realized that her capacity is so much more. So we can add this also and we can make her do this also.
For a film called Wazir,
Yeah.
I requested an audition.
Really?
I asked my producer and my director, they had already signed me. Till date, I have a lot of fans who message me, call me, meet me at the airports and speak for hours. You know, I have a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
I have a great timing of comedy. I am a very nice mimic. Many people know that also. I do a great amount of mimicry also.
Bypass Road has been directed by Naman Nitin Mukesh and stars Adah Sharma and Nitin Mukesh in the lead roles. Let's talk about the film as they join me on the show today. Firstly, Neil, it's your baby, the project, because you've written the screenplay, it's your story, you've produced it.
Yeah.
I think you're the best person to tell us all about the movie. Go ahead.
Okay, just in a bit of a nut, the film is about a fashion prodigy called Vikram Kapoor.
Yeah.
He meets with an accident. From a victim of the accident, he also now becomes the suspect of a murder that had happened the same night of his accident. The girl who died was his fashion's brand ambassador, Sara. And there's an investigation. But there is some presence lurking around him who wants him out of his way. Because maybe he might know something, or maybe he was involved with something. So that's the kind of suspense that unravels. Of course, it's a plot-driven film. You can't guess till the end who is it going to be, because when you say, oh no, it's her, oh no, it could be him. So it's a constant guessing game.
Till the last moment,
You're constantly guessing.
Now, Naman, this is your directorial debut. They say that, when you work with family, it sometimes leads to not very healthy dinner table discussions because you're only discussing
Yeah, our
work.
dinner table discussions are terrible.
I mean,
I
I think it's safe to say that's true. But for as long as we've been associated, I would say, on this film, since the germ was in him first, I mean, the way he's writing, he's producing, he's acting, I'm directing, it's a lot of debuts in that way. Yes, there have been the ups and downs,
Those
the
moments.
creative I mean, that's inevitable, but it's always been healthy and it's always been with the baseline that it's what's best for the film.
So it's constructive, something
Absolutely.
good comes out of it, right? Adah, let's talk about your involvement right from the start. Did they directly come to you with the story, or did you have to audition?
Did you see The Masked Man, who's also in theatres? They send him home with a knife and with lots of money.
Lots of money.
So I was like, yeah, let's do this.
Okay. But when was the last time you did actually have to audition for a role?
I
She
still
didn't audition for
audition.
you.
I
She
didn't
didn't
audition for
audition for
this
us.
role, but
No,
I
for this
still
one.
I didn't audition for Commando either. Okay, this time I've auditioned for, I've not got. no, I still audition for stuff, but
Okay.
and I think that's I'm totally
It's a,
open
it's a
to
great
audition.
way to go about. I
Yeah.
would be very open to auditioning.
I actually am very
also.
happy when
In
somebody
fact,
asks, for an audition.
Okay, so you guys are up for
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Like
It's a very healthy
a lot of
exercise.
times when people audition you, it's a good thing because a lot of things that they don't know you're capable of doing, they see it in an audition. Like
that's a good point.
in 1920, they auditioned me and they had like certain this thing of the level of madness. But when they auditioned me, they realized that her capacity is so much
more.
So we can add this also and we can make her do this also. For Commando 2, they auditioned me and they figured that, okay, if they want to do flying kicks, but I can do a backflip also.
You
So
can?
Yeah, I can.
I'm
not
sorry,
done
I've
it
not
on
seen
screen
it, but that's
yet.
really cool. She can
Thank
do
you.
it.
I wish I get a movie when
I did a film.
I'm allowed to.
I mean, the only time I've ever auditioned was for Johnny Gaddar. No
movie.
film after that have I ever auditioned. But for a film called Wazir,
Yeah.
I requested an audition.
Really?
I asked my producer and my director, they had already signed me for the
But
film.
why?
Because I wanted to make sure that I'm in the same level of thinking as that they are. The script, many a times the actor brings in a lot. And there are many times that the script already demands a lot from the actor.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure that there is a certain amount of understanding between the producer, the director and me, to come on the same page as far as the madness is concerned. Because it was the title role of the film.
Yes.
And of course it was with Mr. Bachchan. Then I'm playing his alter ego. So I wanted to know a lot of nuances of his character so that I play completely opposite to that. He was a wheelchair-bound paraplegic in that film. So I wanted to play a guy who's completely agile and always on the move and edgy. He used to be dressed in white, so I wanted to be someone dressed in black.
Black, yeah.
So I went complete contrast in my characterization. So I just wanted to make sure that they are happy about that characterization that I had.
That is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, here we have someone obviously with no ego, but also someone who's so driven to make sure they give their best.
Yeah.
I mean, an actor telling that I want to audition
Yeah.
is
It makes
something I've never
sense.
heard of.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I think Rishi Kapoor was the only one who said that once for Agnipath because he
Oh,
wasn't
really?
sure.
He was
Exactly.
sure.
Will I be able to
again,
do it?
A character may be, quite far away. What happens is, also, I have dominated in the grey shade characters from the
Yes.
very start of my career. Now, when you're making so many shades of grey on screen, you don't want any character resembling the other.
True. That's
So
a challenge.
in that, sometimes there is a confidence. Okay, this character is easy for me to mold into a certain way because the traits are written that way. But where it gets into a darker space and you have only maybe limited screen time, then you want to make sure that you're hitting it on the nail. And till date, I have a lot of fans who message me, call me, meet me at the airports and speak for hours. At a flight, I had somebody sitting next to me and gave me details of Wazir that I didn't even know.
Oh God.
I mean, I probably haven't noticed
you didn't
it.
even know?
Means I didn't realize and I didn't notice it the way
The way
she
the
had.
audience
Yeah,
saw your
yeah,
character.
yeah.
I like to talk about this domination that you talked about, grey characters. You're really good at it, but do you never feel the temptation to do a full dhamal sort of, not the movie dhamal, but those kind of no-brainer comedy movies?
I've done Golmaal also. I've been a part of them, but there also I like some brains coming in with a character.
Yeah.
So that's why I played Nikhil. Nikhil's character was a major drive point of the film. The plot moves ahead with the character.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, I love the genre comedy. I have a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
I have a great timing of comedy. I am a very nice mimic. Many people know that also. I do a great amount of mimicry also. But I feel that if I'm being cast in a film, and especially a multi-cast, then, and if the genre is not slapstickish,
Yeah.
then, and if it's a plot-driven, then I want to be one of the drivers.
Okay.
Then I can't be one of the characters present and
Just
not
there.
moving the story forward.
We spoke about family working together. I want to ask your opinion on, of course, co-stars usually get along. But is it hard to maybe work with a co-star that you're not getting along with
Yes.
and to strike that chemistry?
Oh, I mean, not him, him.
Of course. No, of course.
God, that really scared the hell out of me. I
No,
said,
you-
have I
you
done
know
something?
we-
Has she said something?
Yeah,
No,
she
I
told me
meant-
something right before we rolled,
She's
so
a
I'm going to just
darling.
wanted to
Yeah.
talk about
Nobody
that.
with
not
her,
him.
first
I
of all,
knew
with
it.
her, nobody can
You
ever
didn't.
have that because she is herself such a darling.
No, I've
She's
had
really-
this with people before.
I'm sure.
She's saying no.
You know, she has
Not
a
with
certain
him, I
amount of sense
really
of humor,
like, but-
which is really whacked out. So, and I really like that about her. But there's a very, very simple and emotional side to her also, which is
Aw.
very, very touching.
That's
And I think I really am in awe of her quirkiness, of her
So
madness. But somewhere I respect her for her
I
sentiments.
think he's very
Sensitivity.
sweet. I did this movie when I only intuitively take decisions for my movies mostly. I mean, it's great if the role is great and everything. That all that matters, of course. But I intuitively do this on how I've gelled with the person when I met them. And when I met the two of them, I knew making the movie is going to be an awesome experience because working with them is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy it. So that's usually how I make my decisions, whether it was Holiday or 1920. Of course, the movie chose me before I chose it because it was my first movie. Or I'm doing this movie Man to Man or Commando. When I met everyone, I knew I'm going to have a great experience doing the film. And I think that's you work on a film for 6 months, so you better have fun doing it.
True.
The release day is one day.
So true.
That's it. And you promote it also with the same people. So if you get along with the people, it's great. If you don't, it's
I
not
agree.
nice. That's happened before, of course. Not too much.
I'm sure, I mean, I'm
I'll
sure.
tell you later. But it's
Sena.
not. I can't talk.
You
about
can
it.
all
Beginning alphabet of the
No
actor.
matter what.
We'll guess. This is so much fun.
No.
Okay,
You'll
fine.
never guess.
U,
I'm very good.
V, X, Y, Z.
V, X, Y, Z, V.
U, V, X, Y, Z.
Oh, no, not with your. Please, no.
I'm joking, I'm joking.
No, it has. I've done so many South movies also. You will not guess. I've done lots of stuff. You won't know.
You know, actually, you've done so many South movies, web
Yeah.
series, and so many commercials and
Yes.
films. What do you come from that traditional approach that movies are the big thing, or you feel like web series are just up there with movies?
I don't know.
now?
I used to think movies is the be all end all of everything. Hindi movies was okay, and I was a kid. I didn't know anything when I
course.
started.
That's how we all
so
think about it,
yeah,
you
I
know.
was like movies. Okay, Hindi movies I will do, and I was doing Hasi to Phasi, and then I got offered Heart Attack, which was my debut Telugu film at that time. And that was a big director, Puri Jagannath, with Nitin, who's like
Wow.
the Ranbir Kapoor there. And the girl's role was the main thing. It was a love story where the girl had equal meat as the guy. There were 6 songs, and they were all love songs. There was no like dance number. It was a acting role and everything. And then I started thinking, I was like, I'm doing Hasi to Phasi here in Hindi, which was great. My role was good-ish, to be honest. Like it was, I thought it was like
No, it
explored
was,
like
of course.
yeah, but my potential of what I wanted to do and what I believed I had the potential to do, I was getting to do in Heart Attack, which was Telugu.
Okay.
So I said, let me learn that language and let me do another language. And then I got so much love from it. I got so many other great roles in another language. So I said, why not? You know, it's then South also. And then I did Holiday, which looks like a movie.
It
So
does.
now it does. So yeah, so now I'm like everything I want to
great
do.
production, man.
Yeah, so I'm like movie, ad, everything.
Yeah, I think that's a
So,
it's a great day and age for actors
Yeah.
to, you know. To be very
Yeah.
honest, I was very conservative in my thought process.
Okay.
That we are actors on the big screen. We should just be limited to doing that. But I think today is not the age of day and age of being
Yeah.
conservative with your thought process. You have to be a little rebellious, and I'm myself learning that. I'm exploring that. That's why, like her, probably I've also done a few South films, and if I get the opportunity of like probably her or many of the other contemporary and our other co-stars have worked on so many other platforms, and it's all about showcasing your talent.
True.
And,
And it's content also. I think
it's
if the
just
content
about
is
that.
great,
If your content is
Content is
because
if
now there's
it's
so
worth
much
it.
stuff, people know what they want to watch. If
World
it's
cinema
a movie
coming
also,
together.
if it's a
100%.
movie and it doesn't look good, people are like, I won't go. If it's a web thing and it looks good, they'll say, I'll go.
I agree.
So it's not like, oh, because it's here, I'll watch it.
They're
or
so
because it's not.
exposed
Yeah.
to so much content that they know
They
exactly.
decide. Which is why
that,
you said something really nice, that the trailer of Bypass Road has just shown not even 5%
Not even
of
5%.
what the movie
That's
has.
my guarantee to everybody out there. Whoever's seen the trailer, you guys haven't seen anything.
Anything.
Not even 5% of what the film has to offer.
Which we will have to watch
Yeah.
the film for. I have to say, the amount of professionalism in this movie seems like, I mean, I don't want to say anything which will not do justice to the movie. Loads of work in the movie. Do watch it in the theatres. All the best to all three of you.
Thank you. Thank you
You
so
seem
much.
like
so
a person
much.
who squeezed every ounce of this
Every
opportunity.
bit.
I'm glad about that. So all the best to all
Thank
three
you.
of you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Cheers
so
to
much.
many more to come.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless. Thanks.